Hey you guys! So I can't wait to see what you think of my newest kit. I've been thinking for some time now about making a three-dimensional house that was a box, and so I finally decided that this week was the week, and I spent a long time figuring out how to make all the pieces fit together exactly the way that I wanted them to. So as you can see, the side and the back and the front, they all kind of stick off, like a real house kind of hangs over a little bit. So that was a little tricky for me to figure out, but I did, and I'm really happy with the way that it came out. And it fits nice and snug. If you've ever made one of my spring birdhouses, it's kind of like that. But I will sit down here in a minute and show you exactly how all those pieces go together, as well as the other 3 cards that come with this kit. So I think that I actually picked out my paper first this time, which I chose the DCWV Whimsy stack, which we have in Pumpkin Cart Crafts, but I've seen it also at Michael's and Joann Fabrics and all that. But I love this because right now we're in like spring going into summer here in the Midwest. But if you wanted to make this house for another season, that would be super, super cute. Like, I know Leo's dying to make it for Halloween and add a ghost to it and use Halloween paper, or obviously Christmas, kind of gingerbread looking, add a pine tree to it. It's going to be super cute. But this time I made it pastel and lighthearted, and these AC cardstock pastels were perfect for going with the Whimsy stack because it has the yellow and the light blue and the kind of coral color. So that was perfect. And I also discovered that the luxury stack was a real go-to stack for me because it has a bunch of different colors in these like brocade looking patterns, which is cool when you need, like, I needed a green that was not boring but not distracting, so this was perfect for that. So I'll definitely be using this some more. So this week was the first week that I made everything with my Black Cat links, and at first I was a little apprehensive because I'm like, hey, I don't have time to figure out something new, but I took to it right away actually. Once I found exactly where to line it up, it cut a lot faster than my Cricut actually, which was really nice when I was making like 5 prototypes of this house and I cut it out like 5 times, so it came in handy having a really fast machine, and it cuts really accurately too, so I definitely like it. And Leo says that you can find it at that'sscrapinc.com. Alright, well, let's have some fun. I'm going to sit down and show you how to put all these fun things together. For this cute little stand-up scene card, I've gone ahead and put the window in place and the little awning, which I'm just going to leave and let it just flap up there. On the back, there's a little space for you to write whatever, like happy birthday or whatever. And I actually forgot to put this piece behind the yellow and the green, so when you make yours, it's going to look a little better than mine, but don't be confused. So now I'm just going to take my little bike, set that aside, and this white is all one piece. And I've already glued my flowers on there. So I'm going to put some glue right here and put it right down on the edge so that this will come out. Then I'm going to finish it off by just taking the bike and gluing it right here onto the fence so that it stands up and makes a cute little scene. So now I've got the 2 pieces of my lever card here, and I've already glued the sun onto this, and I'm going to fold it just like this. It's going to go inside the other piece of the lever card, which just gets folded in half, and it's going to go like this. Now I'm just going to put glue here, and I'm going to put glue here, and I'm just going to stick it inside and let it dry. So that was super simple to put together, which is hard to believe when you see the finished project because it looks kind of mind-boggling. So that's fun. Okay, so I've got the 2 biggest pieces here of my roof, and I went ahead and glued these little triangular accents on already. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to work on these parts. I'm going to put glue right here, and I'm going to fold it around so that it makes a little rectangle like this. Now to make sure that it's in place, I'm going to push it down so that it's flat. I'm going to smush it down, and then I'm going to roll it the other way, smush it down, and it knows exactly where to go, and that just makes sure that it's in the right place. So I'm going to go ahead and do that to these other 2 sides too. So this is my other roof piece. I'm going to do the same thing to these 2 also. Next I'm going to put glue on this tiny little tab which is going to fold in, and it's going to go like this. And then I'm going to hold it while it dries. Then I'm going to do the same exact thing on the other side of the roof, which is on the other piece. Now I'm going to take this piece and I'm going to glue it right here. And then I'm going to do the same thing to the other side. Now I've got the two roof pieces, and I'm going to glue this tab here to this, and this little tiny tab right to here. Now that the roof is starting to take shape, I'm going to go ahead and glue the top together here with these two tabs. Now I'm going to glue this tab together closed here and this tab right here. Now next I'm going to take a little piece of glue on this tiny little piece here, and I'm going to line it up and glue that closed. And then I'm also going to glue this front piece on here. Now I wish I had used a blue ink instead of this brown, but that's okay. Now I've got this little support piece, which is just going to go right in here and just add a little extra strength to the top. Now this piece is going to go right here just to add a little bit more support and to finish it off. First you want to take all your shingle pieces and lay them out like this. They're going to go from smallest to biggest, and all these pointy parts are all sticking in. So the pointy sides are going in, and these two are interchangeable on the bottom. They don't have points. And you also can notice that on this side it goes round, flat, round, flat, round, flat, all the way up. So first make sure they're in order. So I've glued my first piece here. I'm going to glue the next piece just a little bit up there. I'm going to estimate. But then all the other pieces are very easy to tell where they go because they line up exactly along this side and along that side. So I'm going to keep adding all the way up like so, with glue of course. And when you have them all together, it's going to look like this. Now here's the face of my house, and I've already glued some stuff on the front, but this is the kind of tricky part. This part on the bottom curls around and forms a little stair. I'm going to glue that in place, and then I'm going to fold these tabs in, tuck them inside, and I'm going to glue them inside, and then I'm going to finish it off with this piece. So here's my window piece, and I've already put a little ink around the edge. So I'm just going to fold all these pieces around. It's real easy right now because I've already done it once. And then I'm going to put glue on each of these tabs, and I'm just going to put it right here. And it's flush with the little stair. So these pieces are touching. Now each flower has 3 parts, and for the center, I'm going to take my handy little tool. It's a stylus, and I'm going to use it to curl it really tight for the center. And now if you're going to put these flowers on a card that you want to be able to put in an envelope, then you can leave this step out and just leave them kind of flat or just barely curl them a little bit. But that's going to be my center. And I'm going to do the same thing but not quite as tight to the next layer. And then for the bottom layer, I might just leave it flat, or I'll just barely curl it a little bit. Then I'll just glue them all together and put them right here. These pieces are going to form the bottom of the box, and you've probably made a box bottom like this before. It's just 4 sides and a bottom. The only thing different is that to finish off the inside of the bottom, I'm going to glue this rectangle on the inside of the bottom just to cover up any more flaps and tabs and stuff and give it a nice finished look. The only other thing I'm going to do is when I glue these on, these little things sticking off here are going to go, and they're going to cover up the side here. As you can see on this finished one, this is just covering up the stair. Okay, so I'm just gluing the face of the box right onto the sides. And now I'm going to glue the other side to the face. Now I'm just going to glue the bottom closed. Now here's the insert that goes on the bottom. It's optional, but if you feel like you would like to finish it off a little bit more, just glue that inside. So now I'm just going to glue the side on like this, making sure that this little part covers up the stair. And I'll glue both sides on, and that'll be it. So thanks for watching, and I hope you had fun. If you make one of these, I would love to see a photo of it on our forum or on our Facebook wall, and have fun filling these up with goodies. You might just make it as a decoration for your craft room, or if you're going to give it to someone, here's an idea, just some cute eyeshadows. I mean, if it's a grown-up gift. If it's for a kid, there's a million different things you could put inside. So have fun.